Hi, my name is Amanda McQuade Crawford, and I'm an herbalist. I'm talking to you today from the Trees for Health garden section of Balboa Park in San Diego, California. I get to talk to you today about 4 trees, 4 of my favorites that have medicinal value. They are hawthorn, which is an amazing remedy for the heart. In Germany, this is what physicians use first for heart patients. And it has so many different uses, from our arteries right up to the pump that is our heart, as well as for other reasons. Cosmetic, it's a really valuable tree, so we need to know all about hawthorn because it's easy to grow and it's not endangered. Another tree we're talking about today is willow bark. Now willow, a lot of people know, is the source for the compound that is in aspirin. Gets rid of a headache, gets rid of aches and pains, but willow has more to it than just getting rid of aches and pains, and it's also a fair amount safer than the aspirin, which is notorious with physicians for winding people up in the emergency room with GI bleeds because it erodes the lining of the stomach, which willow bark will help to heal. We're also going to be talking about juniper, and juniper is an amazing remedy that many people associate with its spicy, peppery quality, and it's great for digestion. We've used it for urinary tract infections in non-complicated cases, but did you know that it's also an amazing antiviral? And these days, with so many viruses mutating constantly and us constantly scrambling for another vaccine, another virus is coming down the pike, juniper berries are a simple, safe home kitchen remedy that people can use really easily, and it covers a wide spectrum of viruses, and that's really good news for us. I'm also going to be talking about carob. Now carob is of course a chocolate substitute that a lot of people think, ho hum, very 70s, why would we talk about carob again? But let me tell you that carob has a fruit that is so rich in carbohydrates and natural sugars that it's been used in a clinical trial recently for babies who are dehydrated from diarrhea. And it's a great antibacterial, and it's emergency medicine as well as a delicious food. So instead of having your ideas about these trees from the past perhaps, or what you've read perhaps, today we're going to take a walk and learn a little bit more about 4 allies that are great medicine and beautiful trees. So this is a beautiful example of Crataegus or hawthorn, and if you can see closer, it's obvious why it's called hawthorn, because it's got these sharp thorns. This is a really sharp needle-like thorn that's throughout the plant, and that is because the haw, or the fruit, is like a rose hips in the wintertime. Really beautiful, bright red berry, very attractive to all kinds of animals that might need a little extra vitamin C, might need a little extra nutrition. And so the tree is protecting itself from being stripped of all of its fruits by having these thorns interspersed with all of the leaves. Now, the leaf here looks like an oak leaf, but it actually is a beautiful hawthorn leaf. So this is a great ornamental addition to any landscape, any garden. It's easy to grow. It tolerates all kinds of different climates and zones for the garden. But the thing that's important about this is to remember the berries are stable in commerce. So you often see the little red berries from hawthorn being sold. And they're good, they're okay. They have a little vitamin C and they have some compounds that are great. But it's the leaf that all the German research has been done on that shows that this is a plant that has mild blood pressure lowering activity, it has heart strengthening activity, and in 1990, I know that sounds like a long time ago to people watching YouTube today, but in 1990, the German Druggists Union voted hawthorn leaf and berry combined as the #1 drug of the year. That includes all the prescriptions, all the things that you could possibly imagine that had come out in the 70s, 80s, and even up till 1990. And the reason is that no heart medicine can do what hawthorn can do. It's amazing. So here's our little heart, pumping away, getting the blood out to all the peripheral parts, and then the veins bring it back to the lungs, and that gets it back to the heart. But when you have heart disease and your arteries are starting to get clogged, that heart muscle has to pump harder and harder and harder. And hawthorn increases the amount of blood that the heart can process without increasing the muscle's oxygen demand. That's crazy good for us. That means that this is a plant that we can give to frail people. Now, because it improves heart function, not just improving heart outflow of blood, but also improving overall function of the veins and arteries that all that blood has to flow through, it's important that when people are on heart medications and they start taking Hawthorn, that they do inform their physician, because they might be getting too much of a good thing. And I mean the prescriptions. Those have side effects. Hawthorn's pretty darn safe. And so we can reduce the number of medications that some of our elders are taking by improving their heart function, improving venous return to the heart, improving all kinds of things from varicose veins and piles to heart disease and congested arteries and to cerebrovascular problems with our elders. Joanne, I see you lurking over there in the corner. Come over here. Because I've never quite understood this, and I'd love to have you explain it to me. What is the traditional Chinese medicine view of the way that Hawthorn works? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to pull that out. It would work with the fire element, because the fire element is the element that's associated in Chinese medicine with the heart. The berry works because of the sourness, which is actually a way of, in Chinese medicine, the sour effect would bring things down, bring the energy out of the head and into the heart so that it nourishes the heart. So the berry would work with the sour taste. The leaves, I think, are bitter, and the bitter quality is definitely in Chinese medicine associated with the fire element and with reducing the fire in the body, because the bitter taste cools things down in the body, and things that are inflamed in the heart are hot, so you want to cool them down. So Hawthorn works both by cooling through the bitter taste and cooling through the sour taste, whether you're using the leaves or the berries.
Or the two of them together.
Yeah.
And it's bitter, but it's not terribly bitter. It's actually pretty pleasant. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
would
actually
eat
not
that.
bad at all.
You could actually, I would imagine, being able to chop up some of these and make an infusion and then use that in combination with some kind of a syrup or cordial or jam made out of the berries. Doesn't that sound good?
It does, actually.
You could actually take a teaspoon a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
It'd be your magical elixir. You could
Ooh.
just,
Yes.
put it in a beautiful blue cobalt bottle, and Amanda's only, or Joanne's only. Hands off the delicious elixir.
Good stuff.